The dog pound will be barking as EA Sports is pleased to join you from the always raucous Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Cleveland Browns. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And past the 40. The 40's up. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Watson off play action. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. Succop's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And Johnston sent in motion. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this one is incomplete. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. We look at this Browns defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Barber on 1st and 10. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That one slipped down defensively. That's a tough one to connect on. When you get multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5. Now it's Herbert. That is caught. Touchdown! Quentin Johnston, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Build that momentum offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Out to his left. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd down and 8. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. After one, a 14-3 ball game. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Watson now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Off of play action, it's Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The Browns at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
Now Watson going to get this into the hands of Chubb, and he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw, just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Drops it off for Chubb. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Watson. And the Browns go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The end result, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Herbert now. Complete to Johnston here. Touchdown, Chargers. Quentin Johnston on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Watson. Running right through it. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gets him to 1st before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
No surprise you see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the 1st down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down.
Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Watson just beating the play clock. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. CD, I think they were in nickel that time, which we see so often in today's NFL, and there it helped them net their first pick six of the contest.
Nice eyes, good observation there, partner. You nailed it. This is a defense that likes to mix up and disguise coverages, but it did end up being one of their main packages, the nickel, that fooled them that time, and they made the most of the miscue with a nice return.
Extra point by York is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now a stoppage here for an injury. And oh boy, that looks to be the quarterback, Watson. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Here we go.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Ready, break. Black shot. Hustle, hustle. Slide smooth. Hut.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Oh, right on the heels of the pick six, another ball intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
York now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Next to score, Chargers 42, Browns 10.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
They're on 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Ready, set.
Here's 2nd and 10. Thompson Robinson now. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10, Thompson Robinson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He gets it to Johnston. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Barber will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Big decision there. They say forget the field goal and go for it, and it pays off.
I wonder who was in the ear of the head coach on this one. Did he make this call on his own? Or maybe the analytics coach got involved. And a lot of times you talk about that all week before the game. Hey, if we're in certain situations, analytics actually says do it this way, which might be against the norm. And it paid off for them in a really nice way.
Cashing in and there on the final play of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz, 34 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The York on now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Chargers 56, Browns 10.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From his inside, Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
A big loss on the play brings up 4th down.
6, Meadow.
Going for it. Thompson Robinson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So instead of the incredibly obvious choice of trying to punt it out near midfield, now they've left their defense with no margin for error.
No, zero. And I don't care how much confidence you have in your defense. I don't care if you say, hey, I'm going to be aggressive because those guys can pick me up. You really put them in an impossible situation because at the least, you're giving up.
Touchdown, Chargers! Quentin Johnston, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Check White. Hut.
They run it again with Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he will be brought down at about the Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ready. Fight 60.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 79 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Thompson Robinson. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Ready?
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Let's go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Clause 10. Set cut.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here we go. Set.
2nd and 6.
Black one. Ready.
Handoff comes to Chubb. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
3rd and 1. Here's Thompson Robinson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave the stadium.
Extra point put through by Suckup as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Stop him at the 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Now a deep one for Johnston. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. A run up the middle with Barber. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll run with Barber here, right side.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, here comes Barber. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point, where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Thompson Robinson trying again on second down. And he fires one incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Hey, go lion, go. Ready.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this. They snap it to Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
The DTR going to throw it here. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ballgame.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And once more, it's Thompson Robinson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing, Thompson Robinson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is DTR. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try.
And now the rookie's free. Across midfield. He's on his way. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Chargers, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for